Hey, que la que hay, mi gente? It's Rocky here from SpeakSpanishFaster.com. And in one of my recent videos, I talked about how you can use Netflix to learn Spanish, and I showed you how you can use the Language Reactor tool to make it easier, to make it more fun, and to make it much more effective. Now that video was an update to a previous video I had did, basically because we switched tools that we were using, and some of the methods I use kind of evolved and are more effective, I think, and they work a little bit better. So after I did that video, which I did that maybe last week or the week before last, I've had some people asking if I could do an updated how to learn Spanish with YouTube video. So here we are. I'm going to share my computer screen with you so I can show you all the steps. I'm going to walk you through all the steps you need. This video is kind of long, so I recommend you pause it, get a cup of coffee or something, sit back, enjoy, because it's really going to help you with your Spanish learning routine this year. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, so the main tool that you will need to learn Spanish with YouTube is a tool called Language Reactor. Now, if you watched my video on how to learn Spanish with Netflix, then you know all about the Language Reactor. It's the same tool. It works for both YouTube and Netflix. Now, the reason I have to create this updated video is because last time I filmed a video, the tool was called Language Learning with YouTube, and there was another tool, and when I say tool, I'm referring to Chrome extension. There was another Chrome extension called Language Learning with Netflix. Well, that company that created these tools, they ended up creating this new tool, which is an update of each of those tools, and you use this same Language Reactor for YouTube and Netflix. So now it's just one extension you have on your browser that works on both platforms. So that's the first thing you need to do, is download the Language Reactor. Well, the first thing you actually need to do is download the Chrome browser if you're not using Chrome. Some people use Safari, some people use Internet Explorer. You need Chrome to use this. So you can come to their website, languagereactor.com. This is all free too, so don't think you have to spend money. You can use this tool for free. Now, they might have some upgraded features that you can maybe pay for, but I don't pay for any of that. I just use the free version. So what you want to do is you want to click here. You can go straight to Chrome, or you can just Google Language Reactor and it'll take you here. But you can see, same company, offered by Dioco. This is the old one offered by Dioco, so I'm going to exit out that. So now once this is on your browser, all you have to do is go find some YouTube videos that have Spanish subtitles, and you can start using the tool. All right, so now let's take a look at the tool in live action. So we go to a YouTube video. You want to turn on the subtitles in Spanish. So this is a thing, is some channels, like my channel, anytime I do videos in Spanish, I will upload the subtitles for you. So that will give you kind of a perfect transcription of the video. Other videos, other Spanish videos, they might not upload their own subtitles, but a lot of times YouTube will generate subtitles. But for this tool to work, the video has to have subtitles on it. This tool doesn't just create the subtitles magically. All the tool really does is take the subtitles from YouTube. So when you have the tool installed, you will see it right here. You turn it on, and you will see it immediately translates the Spanish into English. So you could watch this video the whole time like this, and you could hover over some of the words, and it will show you what the words mean. And you could just watch the whole video like this. Now, that's not how I use the tool, but it's how you could use the tool. Now, let me show you kind of the special way that I use the tool. I like to come up here, see this little arrow, and that will pull the whole transcription of the video down. Now, the cool thing with this Language Reactor is that you can export this. You see, this is the subtitles I put. Usually you'll just see Spanish, or it'll say Spanish from Latin America. But YouTube has Spanish auto-generated ones. Now look how mine look. Capital letters, punctuation, very organized. The auto-generated one, as you can see, this is just YouTube's robot putting together the transcription for you. So it's not really, all the words are there, so this is very important. At the end of the day, this still gets the job done, but it's not as organized and not as proper, you could say, as if somebody uploads their own transcription that correlates perfectly with the video. Also, you'll find that sometimes the auto-generated subtitles will make mistakes. Like, for example, in the beginning of my video, I say, hey, que la que hay? And they can't really understand that. And they have this crazy, I don't even know what this is. So the auto-generated ones are not going to be 100% accurate. So I recommend you do your best to find channels that upload their own subtitles. And I'll talk about this. I'll talk a little bit more about this and how to find this in a second. But let's get back to what I was talking about exporting. So right now, if I exported, it would be exporting the auto-generated ones because that's what I have selected. But I don't want that. I want to export the Spanish Latin America ones. So I'll click that. That'll change it back to here. Now I'm going to export. All this is good. Machine translation. You can include the timestamps if you want or not. It's totally up to you. And we will export. So now you can see we have this side-by-side document of Spanish on the left, English on the right. So what I like to do, depending on what level you're at, but if you're more of a beginner and the content is difficult for you to understand, then what you want to do is you want to read through in English to get a gist of what the content is about. Then watch while you read in Spanish or listen while you read in Spanish. But the key is that you can print this, you can download it as a PDF and put it on your iPad. There's a lot of things you can do with this document to study, to practice, to get familiar with the content even before you consume it. Because remember, we talk about the best way to learn any language, including Spanish, is to consume a lot of comprehensible input. But how do you make the input comprehensible? Well, this is kind of a hack that allows us to spend time with the content before we even consume it. All right. So that's pretty simple. Now let's take a look at what it would look like had I exported the auto-generated one. So as you can see, we still can get a good feel for what the content is about. Obviously, YouTube might make some mistakes here, but it's better than nothing. So if you're watching a video and it only has the Spanish auto-generated subtitles, don't get discouraged. You can still use that. Remember, when it comes to comprehensible input, we want to be able to understand 80 to 90% of the content. You don't need to be able to understand 100% of the content. You just want to be able to understand the majority. And I will say that YouTube's robot, the auto-generated transcription, will be able to get 80 to 90% accuracy with their transcription. Now, there is a lot of content in Spanish on YouTube. You just have to do some searches. You can Google, best Spanish channels. But I recommend, of course, my channel is Learning Spanish, but I also recommend that you just find native Spanish channels and find content that you enjoy. So yes, it's cool to follow some, like myself and maybe other people that teach Spanish. But at the end of the day, our content is not going to be the most entertaining. I mean, let's just be honest. At the end of the day, any type of school content is not going to be as entertaining as some other type of content. So I recommend that you find YouTubers, entertainers, or other channels that entertain you, whether it's documentaries and stuff like that, but that are in Spanish so that you can use that content to learn Spanish. So for example, a great channel is TED en Español. So if you know TED Talks, well, this is a channel that does TED Talks in Spanish. So you see these CCs here, and you also see it on some of the videos on my channel. That means that the channel has uploaded the transcription for that video. So some videos don't have it, some do. So when you go to a new channel, click on the videos and see if any of them have uploaded the transcription for that video. So this means they uploaded their own transcription. Now, even though these ones don't have CC, they probably have YouTube's auto-generated subtitles. But for example, let's look at this video right here. Preguntas a las que nadie sabe responder. So you will see here, they have the Spanish subtitles. So we will just go to Spanish and we will come back. We will turn this on and we will look here. We can export it and boom. Now this whole video, we have the transcription and the translation. So this would be a great video to study. I love Ted's content. It's always very interesting. And it's the type of content that will probably keep you engaged. See, you want entertaining content because that's going to keep you, one, coming back for more. It's going to keep you focused. You're not going to wander. You're not going to get bored with it because boredom is really what kills, your motivation. So you can go to TED en Español. Here's another one that I've been watching recently, Anuel AA. He's my favorite artist. He's a Puerto Rican artist, musician, artist, rapper, whatever you want to call him. But he has a new documentary on his channel where he's been uploading. It's called 30 Days with Anuel. And it has the subtitles in both Spanish and English. So also another thing I'll add, whenever a channel has the subtitles also in English, then you can do something cool. So we'll turn on the language reactor here. And we will put the subtitles in Spanish. So he's uploaded his own subtitles to this video, which is great because it's going to be 100% accurate. And also he has uploaded English subtitles. So the cool thing you can do here is when we export it, this time we can click human translation instead of machine translation because we have the Spanish subtitles and we also have the human English subtitles. So what that's going to do is it's going to export his Spanish subtitles he uploaded and his English subtitles that he uploaded. In comparison for TED, we had their Spanish subtitles and we had a machine translation. So this is like taking this and putting it in Google Translate. Still works, but it's not going to be 100%. Maybe it'll be accurate based on this translation, but it might not be 100% what he is trying to say. Versus here, he's uploaded his own English subtitles also. So you can compare both of his translations together, and that'll probably give you the most accurate transcription. But again, not everybody's going to upload their own Spanish subtitles, and definitely not everybody's going to upload their own English translation subtitles. Okay? Now here's another channel, Molusco TV. Everybody knows here probably that this is one of my favorite channels. This is like a urban music channel that I love to watch because they have a lot of long form content and it's Puerto Rican content, which I love. And again, we'll turn it on here. Now you'll notice Molusco, he never uploads subtitles, which it makes sense. I mean, his video, this is an hour-long video. It would take him forever to put together the subtitles. And to kind of explain the process that goes on, if I wanted to create subtitles for my videos, I have to either sit there and type out everything I'm saying, or I have to find somebody to pay that can do it, which will cost me money. So an hour-long video is it's going to be difficult to create subtitles for that video. And it's time consuming. So I don't think a lot of people know how much time goes into trying to get time or money goes into trying to get the transcription. But for mostly all his video, pretty much all his videos, he will just have Spanish. YouTube will put their own auto-generated subtitles on it. Now, of course, we have the machine translation because there is no human translation. There's only a human translation if this says Spanish and English, and neither of those say auto-generated. Whenever it says auto-generated, it means it's machine, and if it only says Spanish, that means there's only Spanish subtitles. So we'll go to export, keep machine translation on because he didn't upload his own English subtitles, but that's still good, right? We'll still be able to get a gist of what this content is about, and we'll still be able to kind of refer back. So now you're probably wondering like, okay, Rocky, well, how do I find this Spanish content? So like I said, one of the best things you can do is go to Google, just search, best YouTube channels in Spanish, best Spanish YouTubers. And again, find content that you like. But the other cool thing is YouTube will start recommending, like, look how much of this content that YouTube is recommending to me in Spanish. Once you start going down that Spanish rabbit hole, YouTube is going to start recommending more Spanish content to you. So you really just have to kind of get the engine going, subscribe to a few Spanish channels. And once you start watching those Spanish videos, YouTube will start saying, oh, okay, this person likes these types of videos. Let me recommend to them more of these types of videos. That's how the YouTube algorithm works. And from there, you'll be able to easily find more Spanish content. You'll have so much Spanish content, you won't even know what to do with it. For example, this video here is just this one video is an hour long. I mean, you could split this over 2 days, 3 days. You could spend numerous days with just this piece of content. Now, another question I want to answer is, does the video have to have subtitles on it to be able to use the language reactor? Yes, I mentioned this earlier in the video. But the language reactor is not doing magic. It's not magically creating the subtitles. All it is doing is taking YouTube's subtitles that they provide and putting it on here. And then it's somehow working with Google Translate or some type of translation tool to quickly give you the translation of the content. But if there's no subtitles on the video, there's no subtitles that the language reactor can pull from to create this on the screen and to create this document for you. Now, the last thing I really want to address is what happens if for some reason the language reactor isn't working, maybe it goes down. Of course, we love the tool, but at the end of the day, I don't know the guys that created the tool, and we don't really have any control over the tool. So is there a workaround? And there is. So let's turn this tool off. And this is also a good workaround if you just don't have the Chrome browser, if you only have Safari or Mozilla, if you have another browser and for some reason you don't want to use Chrome, it will take a little more work, but you can still get the same effect. So what you want to do is still the same thing remains. You have to find a video that has the subtitles in Spanish. Then what you can do is click these 3 little dots right here. You can open the transcript, and YouTube right here will give you the whole transcript, and you will make sure that you put the subtitles in the language that you want. And another cool thing you can do here is you could toggle the timestamps. I would toggle them off for this because it'll make it easier to copy this whole thing. Then we could take it to Google Translate, and boom, we easily have a Spanish on the left, Spanish on the right. Then what we can do to kind of get the same effect here, because this is just so powerful having this side-by-side document, it saves us so much time when we're reading the content. Instead of having to open the dictionary or go to Spanish dictionary online, we immediately have the translation right here. So it really helps us learn new words and stuff like that quickly. But anyway, we can go back to here. Let's just say we copy this whole thing right here. Now you can open a Pages document or Microsoft Word document, and we can paste this here. And then of course you can format it how you want. I'm just going to quickly format it like this really quick. Now what I would do is I would go to layout. I would put 2 columns. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to format or insert column break. Wait, sorry, let me go right there. Insert column break. Sometimes you have to hit it twice. So now I have this column here, and then what you can do is we'll just recopy and paste this into Google Translate. And now I can copy here. This is the English side. Just easily click copy right there. Go back to Pages, paste it right here. So now what we're doing is we are creating our own side-by-side translation document. And I recommend you put it in landscape. So that's what I've done here is I've put this page in landscape rather than portrait mode. So file, if we go to page setup. So as you can see, I have it in landscape rather than portrait. So portrait is like when the page is vertical. Landscape's when the page is horizontal. That just gives us a little more space to work with when we have two columns here. Because if I just had it on portrait, the columns would be much smaller. So I'll show you what that would look like. So you can see like that's how small it would be if we bring this up. Super small. So that's why I'd rather have this in landscape. But that's pretty much it. At this point, you should really be able to use YouTube for a long time to continue to improve. And the best thing about this strategy is it allows you to evolve at your own pace. Because if you're a beginner, maybe you can only spend 3 minutes with a piece of content, 5 minutes with a piece of content, because you have to learn a lot of the new words. But as you learn more words, you'll be able to spend more time with the content. And eventually you'll be able to watch videos like the ones on Molusco TV that are an hour long without even needing to look at these translations or anything, and you'll be good. So this strategy will be able to grow with you. So yeah, go to the Language Reactor, download the Chrome extension, get started with it today. If you found this video helpful and you are really looking to take your Spanish to the next level, then I recommend that you scroll down to this description and you click this link right here, and that will take you to our free training where I will show you my 3 biggest secrets to help you learn to speak and comprehend Spanish faster. You can also go to the comments. I always pin that link in the comments, so the top comment will always have a link to that web page. You can also visit our website, speakspanishfaster.com, where we have more training and programs, articles, more things to help you out. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that thumbs up for me. Let me know you liked it. You can comment below, or you can go here. I set up a Google form, and basically what this Google form does is it allows you to just give me recommendations on videos that you would like to see. I will say that this has been a huge helper for me. This is why I've been able to be more consistent with videos on this channel. I've been able to post more videos because you guys have given me so many great ideas from this form. I have almost 100 ideas now, and I'm just knocking them out. So again, if you have any video recommendations, please let me know in that form, and I will definitely do my best to create a video to help you with that topic or whatever it is that you need help with. You can also leave that in the comments below. Let me know, if you enjoyed the video or any topics that you need help with. Last but not least, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you never miss another video. Until next time, I'll see you then.